All right, all the small things, straightforward. A couple little changes in it, but it's mostly in feel, so it's like it's one you gotta just jam around with and listen to. But third fret A, third fret E, first fret E. Those are the only notes that we need in the song, I think. I'll find out as I go through it. But for the verse, we do third fret A, third fret E, first fret E, come back to third fret E, and then start over. Make them power chords if you want. All the small things, true care, truth brings. I'll take one lift. You're right, best trip. Always, I know you'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Now we hold, don't move. I know you want to move. Technically, guitar just holds. The bassist continues to play the chord progression while the guitar just hangs out. If you're playing alone or you want your band, you want to everybody play the chord progression, do whatever. Do what you want. But anyway, but my say it ain't so. I will not. I'm gonna move with the chord progression so we can hear it right now. Go. So I'm gonna play it wrong. Turn the lights off. Carry me. Now we're in the chorus. Home na 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 na. So the big difference here is we're going to stay on this chord, this note, for longer. Na 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 na. Now we move to the third fret E. Na 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 na. First fret E. Na 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 na. The little feeling difference that's like makes this part a little tricky is when they kind of cut off on that G. This is the same as the intro. Now, some people in that moment of like the silence, tension, waiting, muting, some people come up to the fifth fret. I don't know if they actually do that in the songs. Like when I play the song live, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I can't say when and why I choose one or the other, but whatever. You can accent it, hit it a few times, whatever. But there's your verse, there's your chorus. So the bridge, and then a couple little just like tips and tricks to do with it or whatever. The bridge, same three notes, but we're changing the order. Third fret A, first fret E, third fret E, and then you start over again. So this is the part where the drummer is doing, starts coming in with that whole build up. And the guitarist has this little, I think the guitarist is holding on to the fifth fret of G and D. So guitar hangs out there, bassist or in second guitar, first guitar, whatever. Feel free to follow along. And you can kind of hear what's hopefully maybe where that part's in the song, you know, it builds up. So yeah, a couple players, your bassist, hang out here, do that. Guitarist, if you want. And I don't think it changes, but I haven't listened to the recording in a while. Two little tricks then, tips. We could probably finish this in another minute or two. So in the beginning, the intro, you're gonna hear this little what that is your pinky, B string. B is in balloon. Sixth fret comes down to fifth. You got that. And the next little tip, the last little thing, this is something that I don't know if they do this live because I think there's just the bass, guitar, and drums. And in the album recording, you've got studio recording, you got two, maybe three guitars. I don't know. But one guitar is still hanging out on all the chords, the power chords with the bassist. The other guitar, so we got a C, third fret on the A string. If you want to find the same note, general rule of thumb, you go up 7 frets and down a string. There's going to be another C. If you play guitar, you probably know that once you hit the B string, those patterns got to shift 1 additional fret. If I lost you, don't worry about it. Bottom line here, if you're playing guitar and you're learning the song, 10th fret of the D string. 10th fret. Okay? And then we got 12 and 13. What this is a power chord. We got our root, we're adding our other finger. Normally our pinky tucks in here, but because of the whole B string thing that I just said, the B string's got to get pushed up. So middle finger, the way that I like to do this is middle finger comes across and just gently rests on the E and the A string. I'm not squeezing them. I'm just touching them to keep them quiet. And then some part of my skin from these fingers is still touching the high E string to mute that as well. So I have the D, G, and B. That's it. This is a C power chord. And again, middle finger is going to mute the 2 low ones. So I can strum through the whole guitar. Now this is a lesson on just music and playing it. This is the kind of thing where I would encourage one guitarist in the band to play this during the chorus. Do not underestimate the power of a pedal tone or a common tone, which is just one note that holds through everything. And this is where everybody's like, this is boring. Yeah, it's boring to play in your bedroom or your living room when you're learning, and it sucks. And it's literally because the chorus on one of the guitars just does this. And you just stay there. But man, it's not boring when you get to go play it with a band around people and there's like energy and it's fun and it's that music's about rhythm. And when you're hitting some simple chord like that, that just adds a layer, but you're still adding all this momentum and it pushes a band. Like speaking as a bassist, this is one of those things where if you drive the momentum, you don't think. If you think more linearly, which I consider rhythm to be linear and then harmony to be vertical. You know, when you're thinking harmony, it's how complex, how jazzy can I get while still doing my job as a bassist, providing the foundation for the band. But music, my favorite quote, art is how we decorate space. Music is how we decorate time. So if you focus on the rhythm instead of the harmony, you're going to be a better player regardless of what instrument you play. I just emphasize it on the bassists and most rhythm players, keys, drums, bass. And when you're new on guitar, still, like any instrument though, it's just focus on the rhythm. So many people get stuck in, well, what chords, what notes, how jazzy can I make it? Focus on your momentum before your complexity. So, this song, when you break into that chorus, I encourage any guitarist not to hesitate to even just let the bassist take the root notes and you just rock through this. Cause, say it ain't so, I will not go, turn the lights off, carry me, ya na 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 na, ya na 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 na. Na 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 na. I know it sounds stupid right now, but like I promise, man. And And I don't think that changes, but it really is, it adds a lot. Just that extra, it's a little bit of icing around the top, you know, some decoration. But all the small things. Have fun. Good luck.